Back. 2 days back, I was watching this movie called Snowden. I watched this earlier also. Like all books and movies, particularly those based on biopics or people's actual life, when you read it a second time or watch it a second time, you pick up something very different from what you had seen earlier. So, just for everybody's information, in case you're not aware about Snowden, Snowden was a IT specialist who worked in the NSA US, who brought out various mechanisms that are used by governments to monitor people, monitor through various IT mechanisms. Like they would switch on your mobile microphones to listen to your conversation, or they would open your webcams without even knowing about it to watch what is happening. They would put in posts to people related, and so on, different kinds of things to influence your behavior or understand what is happening. So, of course, the US government took very strongly against it, and he had to seek asylum in Russia, where he has become a Russian citizen today. The US federal court, in fact, I think a couple of years back, had passed a ruling saying that this kind of monitoring system is against personal privacy and is unconstitutional. Now, coming back to the movie, so Snowden basically wanted to be part of the armed forces, and while he was in the training for the armed forces, actually there are bunkers in which we sleep one or two beds on top of each other. So at 5 o'clock, you have the alarm rings and you have to jump up and get ready. So in his enthusiasm to get ready, Snowden actually jumps down from the, I think it was the bed on the first on top, and then he jumps in, and instead of landing on both his legs, he falls on one leg, because of which the leg breaks, and because of that he cannot pursue his ambition to be part of the armed forces. Now the next opportunity that he had was to be part of the IT services of the armed forces or the government or the intelligence and things like that. So once he gets in there, this particular scene that I am recollecting to relates to the training program. There are about 30 or 40 people who have been newly recruited, and they have been sent to for training. So this first assignment that the teacher tells them to do was, they're supposed to build a world communication network, and they have to dismantle it after backing up all the data, and they have to reinstall the whole network. And they were given a time of 5 hours to do it, between 5 to 8 hours to be more precise, and whoever didn't complete within the 8 hours would be treated as failed. Snowden, in fact, completed this exercise in 38 minutes. So when he went and said that to the teacher that I've completed, the teacher definitely thought you would have done some mistakes. So when he came and sat to him, and he asked him, how did you finish it so fast? So he said, you only said you have to do these things. You didn't say that they have to be done in sequence. So what I did is, I started backing up the moment where I was building the communication network itself. So by the time I finished building the network, the back was already ready. So the moment I dismantled it, the back was already, I could reinstall it so quickly. So if you see in our day-to-day tasks, whether it's at work or whether it's at personal life, there are a lot of things which we just keep doing the same way, because maybe at one point of time it was very good or it was very successful. I remember this small thing, when I used to go to his wife's place, they used to do this coconut things which you would collect for selling. So they would collect it from one place, put it to a first place, then they would take it from there and put it to a second place, and then finally to a third place, which is the final place from where it would be broken up and all that. So I really couldn't understand why we were doing this moving out from here. Neither were they aware about it. Probably it was something which people started following because of some reason at that point of time. There are many more examples which you can talk about it, but maybe that's for a different time. So what I would suggest is, whenever you face with something which has to be done, instead of immediately getting into it and rushing through it, maybe some of these things are routine which you've been doing for hundreds of times and you're very good at it. But if you could just sit back and think and look at the whole spectrum and see whether different ways to do it, probably you will not only do it more faster, you will do it more efficiently. You might even end up doing it much more cost effectively and more effectively. So in case you would like to read more about this, please visit my LinkedIn page, Rejo's Business Bites, or my website, rejofrancis.com. Till we meet next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.